with the team. They wanted to be part of this historic occasion, and now the players giving her a big hug. And when we were talking to her earlier today, Brenda, one of the things she said, I've been blessed with so many great players. And she gave a lot of the credit to her assistant coaches and the players for everything she did.
She's had a lot of great players over the years, and you don't win games without great players, but she has put them in the position. She has coached them up to be great defensive players, to win 3 national championships, on the verge of 10 Big 12 championships in a row. And she is being stolen away to go over to her fans, and we'll get her to come back here to congratulate her on her 600th victory.
And the Baylor fans always so loyal, not only at the Farrell Center, but also on the road. You look up in the stands, you see a lot of the green and the gold colors. And Brenda standing by now with the latest person to get 600 wins in 20 years, Coach Kim Mulkey.
Well, Kim, it was a grind tonight. Texas Tech played a great game. You were tied going into the fourth quarter. What did it take in the fourth quarter to get everything together?
Well, I could name each of the players, but I won't. It was a grind. We've got 5 of these left, and we'd like to win all 5 of them, Brenda. Those kids were a much better individual player and team than I was a coach tonight. And you just got to sit back sometimes and let them play. And, you know, 600, right?
Congratulations.
I never mentioned it to those kids. I know that they know. But what I do mention to them is the record against Texas Tech was 47-46 all time. That team tied it. Now, granted, a lot of that was before the 20 years that I've been there. But what a great tradition and storied program Texas Tech is, and a much improved basketball team.
You are the fastest to 600 victories of any coach, man or woman. What does that mean to you?
That I coached a lot of great players, that I have a coaching staff that has stayed with me and brought me those great players, that I work in a university that values women's basketball and they let me be me. And I'm getting old. That's what that means. I'm getting old.
20 years, 600 victories. That's easy math. 30 wins per year. Put that in perspective for us.
You know, my assistant said something to me about that, and I just said, you know, back in the day, 20 wins was the milestone for a lot of us coaches. 30 wins, 20 years, I can't comprehend that because, Brenda, you know my personality. I'm thinking about the next game, the next championship. And to put it in perspective, I'm humbled, but coaches don't stop and smell the roses, really, until they retire. How much I have left in the old tank, I don't know, but I'm not on empty.
I have one more question for you. You came into this league, and there were Hall of Famers like Marcia Sharp and Jody Conrad, Seal Berry, Marion Washington, and others. So to get to 600, the fastest of anybody after going through coaching against those kind of coaches, says so much about what you've been able to accomplish.
And again, I know I get the credit for that, but I swear, Brenda, I was a player. And I know what being a player means to a coach. And these kids mean the world to me. And not just this team and not just the championship teams. I go back to that very first team that I inherited and how hard they played. And we made the NCAA tournament for the first time in the first year. I can remember walking in this arena when Marcia Sharp was coaching and 18,000 people here. And I'm going, dear God, I would just love to see that at Baylor someday. And we have that at Baylor now. And I guess you just don't think about it, but I do know this. I'm only as good as those players, and you know that.
Well, congratulations. Go enjoy it with those players. The fastest to 600 victories in basketball, college basketball history.
Well, to put it in perspective, 26 years before Kim Mulkey joined Baylor, Baylor had won only 394 total games. We'll step aside, wrap things up on the other side of the break.